Hello and welcome. It is the 17th day of May 2017. My name is Derek and welcome. I am on bitcoincharts.com looking at the hourly chart spanning back to the 13th of May or the last 5 days. And what I see within this particular market was after this up move to 1820, which was a lower high, pulls back to 1640, that's the higher low from here, and then making a move back up and now breaking past the previous high just recently, just newly now doing such. If we span this out to the last 10 days in time and we take a look at this on a 2-hour chart, we have this high to this low, and the Fibonacci upside calculates in at 2100, which will be interesting on a psychological level. And I say this because on the break of 1900, you see price action at 1920, 1930. It's going to be looking pretty good that this market is going to be heading up to the next 21 handle anyway. If you see the market staying and holding above 1900 for more than 6 hours or so, then I'd be really liking its move potential to go again to the 2100 and then that 2300 Fibonacci level as well, or not Fibonacci level, rather the Webbot number. 21 is a Fibonacci number. But the 1750 handle, I've talked a lot about that. Notice how it's played in here. Perfect resistance on the 9th. On a couple of occasions, a little bit of a pullback. And then to test it a third time on this day, breaking it, supporting it, and having one lift higher. Later, it supported the area for a lower high. It tested again and failed from that point, having a big sell move lower. These are the things that key areas are supposed to do, and they're doing it. 1750 on this level back in here, above, below it, and now breaking from that point. It looks as if that this thing is ready to have its next move, and that the 1750 resistance level is becoming exhausted. As this was calculated again before, and it just went sideways for a weekend of change. And well, that's what key resistance levels are supposed to do, is just stop going up. And oftentimes you're going to get a price correction. And even here you got to 16, but that was the best you got. But notice again, markets come back to where they came from. Previous resistance becomes support. So you see this and you wonder, where do I buy? Well, where was it last time? 1600. There's your answer. Boom. How you doing when you buy? The breakout happens and you see the markets going above 1950. Where do you put buy orders in? At around 1885, 1875, even down to 1750 as the areas you'd be looking to buy back, because it comes back to where it comes from. And let's even show you the 1775 as the last 6 months. Taking this high to this low gave me that 1750 upside target. There wasn't much that got in its way until it got there. There was a little bit here around the 15-16 handle, but not much. Only a couple of days in here. This has spent more than a week trading within it. It's got the nice current green candle right now. Let's take a look at some volume. And the volume's not high enough at this point to say, hey, this is toppy, because I like to look for high volume bars like you see in here on toppy situations. Now, in here, the high volume bar didn't come, but that's one of the things that I'm looking for, so I'm expecting this to break out. Short term to 21, mid-term even to 23 within the Webbot. Now, long term, let's take a look at an old school chart. Mt. Gox is what we're going to look at. And we're going to take a look at its entirety chart. And we'll put it in the weekly to make it look nicer. There we have it. when we see something like this, you have a situation of being at a penny. This thing started off at pretty much nothing and managed to go from nothing up to 1,000. So if you were lucky enough on this day, yeah, let's put a buy order in. I got 20 bucks. Let's put a buy order in for 2 cents. How you doing? Even if you just bought back here, there's a few people that are doing very, very well. I called them shit coins during this entire duration of time, and I knew about it even back at the beginning. But I didn't get in then, like many others. But some people did. Now, as far as the upward target, I'm not going to be able to find it on this chart. I'm going to go back now to the Bitstamp exchange and show its long-term time frame. And let's just do 4 years. Let's take the volume off. Yeah, that looks a little easier. We have a situation here of going up to about 1250 and down to about 180. I've calculated this upside before. It's about 4,000. This is the number here. So 1250, 180, upside target of 4140. And you know what? When you look at this, you go up. Let's do 8 years now. You have your up move. Then you go sideways, and it's just breaking previous resistance now. And it's barely broken above it. So a move on this time frame is just to the 4,000 mark, and a pierce above would be to 5,000. It sounds like it's a large, big difference. I mean, that's like 4,000 to 5,000. That's additional 25%, but really that's nothing when you consider where it's came from and the largeness of its volatility, at least when you compare it to the traditional markets, whether it be stocks, currencies, or the futures markets. Okay then, so that will conclude today's video on the Bitcoin charts. Thank you for tuning in and have yourself a great day.